Hello?
Oh,
How are you today?
pretty good.
Okay.
International holiday in Japan. 昭和の日 I shares
Holiday.
April 29th. 昭和 day. A day I'll share this uh, national holiday. A day to honor the birth of Emperor Showa and reflect on Japanese history and nature.
Uh, Emperor Showa is the last emperor or the
Last,
emperor now?
last emperor. Last
Okay.
emperor.
Oh,
Now, Reiwa 2019.
okay. So it's three. The World War II emperor. Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
World War II. Yeah, World
Just
War
making
II.
sure.
Uh,
Okay.
yes.
Good. Gotcha.
And Japan unique. Yes. Okay.
きますか？それとも少し
Please,
休憩
I
しますか？
continue weekly question.
Okay.
This question. What trait do you have that others admire? My answer. My close friends often describe me as honest. Honest. They also fluently mention my sincerity, diligence, and focus. I consider such positive feedback to be a valuable asset. I'm grateful for it and want to continue to strengthen these positive aspects. Thank you.
Good.
How about you, Troy?
Aspect.
What did? Not good.
I have no idea. I don't. People don't normally tell me what they admire from me. The only one I can think of is, well, so I guess the hard one for me is some people say they admire certain traits, and other people say they hate that same trait. So I don't know what overall people admire. So, for example, I know some people who admire my hard work because I work a lot and I make sure that, yeah, I successfully finished everything. But other people hate that about me because it means that I will sacrifice other time that I should be using for other things on work rather than on the other things. Like, for example, going running, I can't do that because I have to do the work. And they're like, but you need to go running because you need to get healthier. And I'm like, well, so hard work is sometimes good, sometimes bad. I don't know which one I have. I don't know. I don't know. But
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Troy, I have a question. It's do you know 真面目 in Japan? In Japanese.
Say again. Yes.
真面目.
Resume.
Do you know?
No.
No?
I don't know that
In
one.
Japan, when we say someone 真面目, we mean the person who works hard, is responsible, follows rules, and stay serious without fooling around. Does it make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. As long as that's what it means. That sentence makes sense.
Yeah. And so
we have a word called, like, we would call that stoic.
Stoic. What?
Where you,
Please
yeah,
share
you're
details. Stoic.
serious, hardworking,
work.
don't fool around. Stoic
Mm.
sounds very similar to
Mm.
Majime.
Yeah, 真面目 yeah, exactly. It's so. Before lesson, I researched these words about 真面目. Please share the details. So these phrase nuance different from these nuance. Serious, sincere, honest, polite.
Okay.
Be careful with serious. It can sound too heavy. Sincere and honest focus on honestly, not hard work. Polite is about being respectful, not hardworking.
I would say with the first sentence, you should say, be careful with being serious. You still need a verb there. Sincere and honest. Focuses on. So, and then the second sentence should be sincere and honest. Focuses
Focus is
on, yeah, honesty.
honest.
So there needs to be es there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Polite is about being respectful. Yeah, the last one's fine.
Thank you. What's the different nuance?
Mhm.
If so I'm a athlete and as a English learner, what's the word make me fit?
Well, that's the physical thing.
Difficult thing.
Well, so normally, like when it comes to running or exercise and stuff, driven,
Driven.
Like obviously you can think of fit, but fit is like physically I'm fit. But you got to think of the other traits, right?
Much. Make me much.
Like organized, because you're organizing your time all the time to make sure you can still run. Hardworking, of course. With English, again, driven is a really good one because you keep going for it again and again. Or passionate, right? You're a passionate person or a brave person. You're taking on a language that you don't know. That's pretty brave to me. So something like that.
Thank you. So first sentence. My close friends often describe me as honest. What do you imagine about this personality?
Like I said, I'm not really good with this one. Because, like I said, people describe me in different ways and call them good things and bad things for the same thing. So, for example, I feel like each trait has a positive and a negative, right?
Positive and negative.
So for honesty, for example, honesty focuses on telling the truth, which could be a positive thing. People know that you're trustworthy and it's good to trust you. But the negative form of that is you'll always say the truth, even if it's bad. Like a great one is like, does this shirt make me look fat? And then you'll be honest and say, yes, you look fat with that shirt. that's not so good, right? Polite can also have a negative, right? Because if you're being polite in a casual setting, people will take that as you don't trust the other person, right? Because politeness is for formal settings. And so if we're in a casual, hey, what's up, man? And you're like, oh, everything is going very good today. Thank you, sir. If you do that, I'll be like, are you okay? Right? Like, polite can even have a negative kind of context. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But
Okay, that makes sense. Your opinion. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Please try next. I prepared 10 questions. Please ask me.
Okay. So, starting with what traits do your friends admire in you? Admire in you. I would probably say.
No.
Sorry. What traits do your friends admire most about you? I would say something like this. What traits do your friends admire most about you?
They say I'm honest and hardworking.
Good. How do you feel when people praise your honesty?
I feel pretty and little shy.
Same.
Okay.
Why do you think sincerity is important in friendships?
Because it builds real trust.
Okay. What does diligence mean to you?
It means doing my best every day.
Okay. In what situation do you show your focus? Or show your strong focus?
When I'm studying for exam.
Okay. How do you usually react to positive feedback?
I smile and say thank you.
Okay. Which of your traits do you want to improve even more? Again, I would kind of change that to the most. Which of your traits
Thank you so much.
do you want to improve the most? That's most likely the one. But yeah, sorry. Which one do you want to improve the most?
I want to be even more patient.
Okay. Have you ever received feedback that surprised you?
Yeah, someone said I'm good at calming people down.
Oh. Interesting. How do you try to strengthen your good traits?
I feel practicing it every day.
What new traits would you like to develop in the future?
I want to be more adventurous.
Okay, interesting. Good.
Thank you. Okay.
Good. Yeah, those were some good questions.
Good question.
Again, normally when we're talking about improving or like admire, we're talking about the best of the best, right?
Best of
Meaning
the best.
like most, right? Or like the superlatives, right? Most or best, right?
Most artists.
Like I said, best or
Best
most
or
fun, most.
fun more.
So when you ask the question or answer the question, think about the superlative. Yeah.
Superlative.
Okay. Relatable, quirky, bright, kind, competitive, honest, respectful.
Honest, respectful.
Okay. These are interesting ones. Okay. When do you feel someone is reliable?
When they talking about struggles, I've been through to.
You just have to say it a bit faster. When they talk about struggles, I've been through.
I've
You
been
want to say it
through.
like that, like I've been through. It's almost
I've
like
been-
there should
I've
be
been
a comma after struggles.
after struggle.
So like you'd say when they talk about struggles, I've gone through. So there's like a
I've gone
small pause, right?
More
So
pause.
just like a comma. Yeah, the words are fine. Okay, it's good. Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Perfect. Okay. Can you tell me about a time you met someone quirky?
I met a guy who wore different colors socks every day. Do you often use khaki?
Honestly, with young people, it's becoming more popular.
Khaki.
Specifically, people younger than like 18.
Hmm.
And you want to know why? Japan. The reason why English people are starting to use quirky again is because of the Japanese anime.
Wow. Why?
What's the
What's
anime?
genre? What title?
Boku no Hero, something. My Academia, something like that. Because they're called quirks in
Quirks.
in English at least, and so people are like, oh, they have quirks, they're quirky, and so they started to say that. So young people are saying it because they watch the anime, but like my generation doesn't really say it. Older than me doesn't. Well, my grandma would have said it, so it's a bit weird, but quirk or quirky is like old people, like grandma, or very, very young people, like 15-year-olds. Where
Wow.
in the middle, not really said. So.
Amazing.
Okay.
Khaki means unique.
Quirky means weird, unique.
We are unique.
Because not crazy. Crazy
Not
has a more
crazy.
negative connotation.
Uh,
Quirky is more like it's an interesting thing you have that not many other people have, right?
Only
Like,
one.
quirky implies it could be more.
Could be more.
It doesn't have to be just one.
Just one.
But generally, it is just one because it's like one really weird thing. Because most people are similar to other people, right? Most people like to eat food. Most people like to play games or whatever. So quirky normally is like that one thing that is different from other people. Yeah. Normally.
Thank you.
Okay. When do you feel someone's personality is bright?
When they smile a lot and laugh easily.
We don't normally use bright in that way.
Bright that way.
Bright is normally used as like smart.
Smart.
Like, oh, you're a bright guy. Like, you're a smart guy.
You're a smart guy.
Because it comes from the idea of like, have you ever seen in cartoons, like the light bulb that pops over their head and they have an idea? Like the light bulb, and then they're like, oh yeah, right? That's where it comes from. Like, oh, you're bright, right? Because you came up with ideas.
Right.
If you're talking about like smiling and happy and stuff like that, like we normally say you have a warm personality. Like warm personality would be more about smiling, laughing.
Laughing.
Happy. So yeah, a little bit different. So yeah, warm equals happy, and bright equals smart. Yeah. So a little bit different. Yeah.
different.
How do you show you are kind to others?
I try to listen carefully when my friends talk.
Have you ever been in a competitive situation? That makes sense. Sorry.
Yes, at running race last summer.
When do you notice someone's been being really honest?
When they tell me something, even if it's hard to say.
We normally say truly honest.
Truly honest.
Like when do you notice when someone's truly honest?
Truly honest.
Yeah.
Not really honest, right?
No, really honest means very honest, but honest means truth, which is 100%. So how can you be very 100%?
Very 100%.
So it doesn't really make sense to say very 100%. But the question is asking, how do you know they're being honest, basically? And truly means like, how do you know that something is true? So how do you know if they're making true, honest statements? Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Amazing.
Okay. And the last one. In what situation do you appreciate someone being respectful?
When they listen without interrupting.
Really? Okay. I interrupt all the time. Okay, fair enough.
Thank you. I'll role-playing game topic Vietnam culture. Nick and Troy. Hey Troy, have you ever met someone really relatable when traveling?
Yeah, I met a local guide in Vietnam. His story was so relatable.
That sounds great. Was he a little cocky too?
Totally, he wore a pineapple hat. It was funny and quirky.
I love bright people like that. Was he also bright and cheerful?
Again, we would switch that to warm, right? I love warm people like that. Was he also warm and cheerful? Right? Because again, bright meaning smart, right? So again,
warm.
super warm. He made everyone laugh and feel welcome. Yeah.
Yes. Bright, not.
Yeah.
And warm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, like me as well, super warm. He made
Super
everyone laugh and feel welcome.
Okay. That's so kind of him. Kind people leave their best memories.
For sure. And he was competitive too. He challenged us to a street food eating contest.
Awesome. I bet he was also honest and respectful, right?
Absolutely. He shared real stories about Vietnam with full honesty and respect.
Wow. Thank you. Do you know Pineapple Hut?
I've never seen a pineapple hat. I have pineapples though. I have pineapples growing, so maybe I can make a pineapple hat. But I've never seen it.
Wow. Thank you. Okay. Last 5 minutes. So, 7 words is correct in this case,
Well,
in this situation.
Well, again, other than bright, right? Bright needs to be switched for warm. Yeah. So that's the only one, right? But
Okay.
yeah, competitive's great. Kind is great. All the other ones are perfectly fine. So no problem, just bright.
Funny and quirky is a good collocation, right?
Yep. Because quirky, again, is normally weird. And when you're weird, you're also normally kind of funny, right? Because if you're very serious, very normal, that's not normally very funny, right? Like today I went to the store. That's not funny, right? But if I'm like, oh, look, I got like a rainbow jacket. Isn't that cool? Like, oh, that's kind of funny, right? So
Amazing.
quirky and funny go really well together.
And honest and respectful is a good collocation, right?
Yep. Because what's it called? Honesty means truth, right?
True.
And if you're telling the truth, you're most likely showing respect, right? Because it means you
Showing
trust the other person, right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Amazing. Okay. Let's try fill in the blanks. Have you ever met someone really reliable when traveling? Yeah, I met a local guide in Vietnam. His stories were so quirky. That sounds like great. No.
I
Bright.
feel like
Respectful.
the stories are very. Sorry, I've lost the words. Where did this word?
Reliable.
Right here.
Reliable.
Relatable.
Relatable. Sorry. Relatable. And that sounds great. Was he a little cocky too?
Yep.
Totally. he wore what's pronunciation?
He wore.
Wore.
Like we're going to war. Same thing. War and war pronounced the same.
Wore pineapple heart. It was funny and cocky. I love bright people like
Yeah.
that.
So I love warm people.
Warm people, yeah. Was he also warm and cheerful? Super
Yes.
warm. Super warm. He made everyone laugh and feel welcome. That's so kind of him.
Okay. Good.
Kind people leave the best memories, for sure. And he was competitive too.
Yeah.
He challenged us to a street food eating contest. Haha, awesome. I bet he was also honest and respectful, right? Absolutely. He shared real story about Vietnam with full, honest, and respectful.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Good.
Please have a tips in this case.
So when we're describing people, especially with adjectives that don't normally make sense, right? Warm or bright. Like I'm not a warm or cold person. You have to think, or you have to just remember like the specific connection they're making, because bright could be like the sun and could be fun, right? But in this case, in English, we connect bright to smart, warm with fun, or happy. Also, like cold, we like anger, or not anger, but like indifference. Like they don't care. They're just like, hey, they're very cold, right?
Cool.
So whenever there's words like that, even if it's like something silly like rambunctious, how are they connecting it to a real trait? Because again, it doesn't make sense. I'm not cold. I'm not hot. I'm not bright. Like I'm not shiny, right? So making sure you can find the connecting word.
Thank you. Okay.
But yeah,
You are
have a
very
great
good
day.
tutor. How about